Hello there, I'm Simon Johnson, and this is Nick.
Hello.
And this is our first crack at a video cast, podcast, whatever we're going to call it. Not really sure yet. But we're the two founders, essentially, of Johnson Technical Security and Systems, and we look after small, medium businesses in and around the southeast and London. And the idea of this is just to give you a bit of an insight into what we're seeing when we're supporting our clients, give you a bit of an insight as to what is going on out there in terms of cyber security, how you can best protect your business, and also what we recommend in terms of solutions to protect your business going forward. So it's really just an informative stream of information, help you be a bit more vigilant, be aware of the solutions that are out there and pretty much what's happening in the landscape to try and stay ahead of your competition.
Yeah, and I think also the most important thing is if you can demonstrate the fact that you're taking adequate and beyond adequate security measures. It also has I don't know about yourself, Simon, but I also feel that it's good for demonstrating to your clients that you're taking cybersecurity seriously, and that entrusts your current clients, and it also can help entrust new businesses come on board. So you're demonstrating the fact that if they go and they use your business, that they're working with a safe business that takes cybersecurity seriously, and in a world that we live in today, it's paramount.
Yeah, it's becoming more and more common.
Yeah.
When you engage with new businesses, the awkward questions are not going away.
No.
In fact, they're becoming more prevalent. So you need to be prepared for those questions. And you need to be expecting them, and the best way to do that is really just to take a proactive approach to it, have some kind of security procedure in your business, and work towards a certain standard of practices.
So I suppose what we're really going to be discussing today is what measures can we take in terms of over and above your normal antivirus software that most businesses would have had rolled out on their network. So what can we do over and above that to safeguard our network to the next level?
I think there'll be a lot of businesses out there who have just got antivirus, and to them that's something, but it's certainly not nothing. But it's nowadays really just antivirus is only just above nothing. It's not really far or reaching enough. Recently the threats out there that we've been seeing more of, definitely starting to get very complex and very sophisticated types of attacks. Phishing is massively on the rise. So
let's just explain a little bit more about phishing emails. An email drops into your inbox. It's got a logo on it that we all recognise, Microsoft, maybe PayPal or something like that. It drops into your inbox, and effectively phishing is encouraging that user to make it almost feel like it's a legitimate email that's come into their inbox, and they've been asked to provide some sensitive information such as usernames, passwords, things like this.
Yeah, it's usually they play on your human emotions, so they'll make it sound very urgent. Your account is going to expire in 2 hours unless you click on this button, and everyone kind of panics and worries that they're going to get locked out of their email account. So it's come from Microsoft then, or purported.
It's got to be true. Right?
Yeah, you've got to take action, right? You're going to need to sort this out. But in reality, no one's email account expires in 2 hours unless they click on a button, and you have to sort of step back from it, take a moment, look at it, really look at it and think, is this legit? And if you obviously, I think even if you are doing that, you need to be sending that on to your IT provider to have a look at.
So I suppose from it all comes down to a lot of security risks all come down to really being aware of them, understanding that this could happen not just to you, it could happen to any user within the business, and what do we look out for? And that comes down to something I find quite an interesting topic, and something that we've helped many businesses with since we started the security team, but that's sort of the end user training.
Yeah, end user training is massive. It's a really big area that needs to be considered by businesses, because we can put in all sorts of gizmos, technology. There is really endless amounts of stuff that you can implement, but if someone's going to pick up the phone and tell someone on the other end a password that they shouldn't do, or visit a site that they shouldn't do, then there's really not a lot that can be done. So yeah, this employee training is huge, really important. So
we are able to provide an end user training program. And what that does is it educates the user, and there's certain modules of which all have different topics, and they're real world topics as well. So they'll give you like a real world scenario which you should be able to really sort of relate back to something that I'm sure that would have happened in terms of your sort of user experience while just using a PC on a day-to-day basis, and it will tell you what to actively look out for. Very small little giveaways that actually can make you sort of take a step back and think, actually, am I doing the right thing here by entering these credentials or giving this information to in giving this information away, which obviously can lead to getting compromised effectively.
Yeah. I think to you and I, the fact that you might check things over once or twice seems like a very straightforward thing, and I'm sure to some people who are watching this, they might think that I don't really see the major issue, but I think you've got to understand that not everyone in the business is at the same level, and it's really important to know who's at what level, and until you do an assessment of their abilities, you don't know that information truly.
No, and I think these programs are very clever in that sense, because what they all do is you have it gives you a portal effectively that allows to monitor the progress of the training throughout the organisation, so you can see maybe if there's a certain user that maybe requires a little bit of additional help, maybe a bit of additional tuition. So it'll allow you to pick up on that as a business owner or as a manager or what have you, team leader, whatever your position within the business. You can see who might need a little bit of extra training. What is also very clever with this end user training is also allow you to do similar phishing attacks, so effectively simulated phishing attacks. So it'll allow you to effectively see who's maybe clicking on emails and providing their information incorrectly.
Yeah, so just to clarify, the system will send emails to the users who are enrolled into the training program. It will send them a simulated phishing email, so not an actual phishing email, but it's an email that purports to be a phishing email, and then if they do click on the link, if they give any information, we'll know exactly who has done that. And that will find any real weak links in the business. Real weak links, and it has been really good, because you and then you have to pull those people for training. It's simple. But the program's very good. It's all online. There's an app for your phone. You can do this stuff on the train if you need to. The training isn't insurmountable. It's not a huge amount of training. It's very logical. It's very graphical. It's very easy to work through, and it doesn't take up a huge amount of time. But what it does do, it gives you all the information you need to
make sure you're safe using.
To exactly that. Just to be aware. Just to think for pause. Just to take that pause and think. Actually, do I trust this or not? Because they're getting pretty clever, and you need to be
vigilant.
You need to be vigilant. You need to be vigilant. And so lastly, I think that just takes us on to Cyber Essentials.
I think Cyber Essentials is obviously a great way of demonstrating that your business is taking a tough stance on cyber security. And obviously, Cyber Essentials is a government recognised industry standard effectively. the sort of you get an accreditation for. So there's like a self-assessment effectively that's done on the business. You can do it yourself. We do have the ability to come in and audit a business for Cyber Essentials, but effectively what we're doing is we're looking at the whole framework of the organisation in terms of its security and finding out what holes it has in it, and then what we do on the back of finding out what holes we have in it, we come back and explain that to your business and in short look to patch those holes with solutions, policies, and training as well. So
I think Cyber Essentials is pretty great actually. That's why we're recommending it. We're an advocate of it because it's an achievable milestone that businesses can aim for.
I think even if you haven't got many security parameters or any for that matter security parameters in place, it isn't beyond the realms to achieve it with relative ease. It's not with someone like ourselves assisting.
But it's certainly easier with us on board, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely. It's just having the right solutions, the right education, making sure that obviously that all of those are all implemented correctly. Obviously, there's no point in implementing all these solutions if you don't. It has to be taken as a whole because it's a culture change. Really, I think that's the most important thing. I don't think it's a shift in.
Yeah, I mean, so just to recap quickly, Cyber Essentials, a achievable certification for small medium businesses to protect their business, to prove to the supply chain that they can be trusted with all the data that anyone's going to give them, do more business in regulated industries.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it is a requirement if you're looking to work with any of the government-based businesses.
Any work, if you want to work for any government department, I suppose you need to have accreditation.
And if you're looking to work with MOD, then you need to take it one further, and then you need to be looking at Cyber Essentials Plus because that's something that they need if you're going to work with them. So
it's also any sort of other regulated financial industries as well. It's good to have that tick box.
I think as we go into 2020, I generally believe that there's going to be a lot of the larger businesses that are going to be looking at their supply chain and saying, what are you doing for cyber security? Because it's becoming so important and so prevalent that cybersecurity. If you get an attack, it can wipe your business out. If you're not doing the right, putting the right parameters in place, it can totally wipe you out. So that
not in just terms of security, it can wipe you out in terms of reputation.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if there's any news made about it, then you'll be like a hot potato. And no business that's regulated will want to go anywhere near it. So
I think that's obviously a real good way to sort of push on and sort of enter the new year. Is
attainable, achievable, and we can guide you 100% of the way in terms of from just the initial conversation to actually getting the accreditation. We can guide you the whole process. So obviously, any company can do it themselves, right?
Yeah, any company you can do it yourselves.
If you want some additional help, I think that's what we're here for.
Yeah, exactly. If you want some additional help, because when we audit businesses, and we can take it a little bit further. We can look at we can go a little bit beyond Cyber Essentials should we need to. Yes. There's a standard. We can take it beyond that standard. Should you or any of our suppliers be looking for anything sort of specific in terms of cyber security, but ultimately, there's plenty of new solutions, and they're coming thick and fast as well. So it's already, we're already aware of new solutions coming out for the new year, and we'll be ideally placed to sort of talk to you about them in more detail, provide more information about them, give you a demonstration of how these services work, and ultimately how they can benefit your business. So look, I think we'll wrap it up here. I think it's been
I think that was the only few things we wanted to really try and make today. So it's been good.
This should be a new sort of a new addition to us. So we'll be doing these videos on a sort of a weekly, bi-weekly basis.
Feedback welcome.
Yeah, feedback welcome, and we'll be getting them out to you. So if you want any more information about Johnson Technical, please visit our website www.jtechnical.net, and if you want to contact us, all our contact details are on there. So thanks very much for watching.
Till the next one. Thank you.